Please.
Please.
For the fifth.
You're now rocking with Queen Blizzy. If you at home right now viewing this, drop some crowns in the comments, cause you already know the vibes. Blizzy. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Cause you already know the vibes. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Cause you already know the vibes. He figured they'd ride for him. His homies switch sides on him. I got the call, they got eyes on him. And we about to slide on him. Fuck is you stupid nigga talking hot like I won't come shoot this nigga. Run around all ruthless nigga till his mom's on the news crying cause somebody root this nigga. Fuck out my face, the gun out his case to get a kick out a nigga that's out his place. Oops, I guess I'm off again. I'm supposed to uplift niggas, not offing them. But what you do with an orphan kid that you bring to the crib and give them good offerings, but the ignorance still exists with the hope to him. I hope it's still that bliss. He got shot, but he's still living. Them bullets hitting different if Blizzy's in him. You getting lifted. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Cause you already know the vibes. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Cause you already know the vibes. What you call a potato, I call a silencer. You be running from people, I'm running comments up. I don't want shorts, want the whole entree. They be like, you not real, that's me, I'm they. Y'all be on fake, silicones with a heartbeat. Get dropped in a heartbeat. I'm so East New York like Gateway Mall. I'm so East New York, I ain't paying for it. Hopped out the whip like give me that. That's so Brownsville, let me bring it back. I'm so East New York, I'm screaming free tut. Might run in the church like get a paper up. Felt like I died with my nigga Stacks. Felt like I died with my grandma Sally. Felt like I died with my buzzin' Tish. I rose out the dirt like nigga what it is. What it is, what it ain't, what it's gonna be. Cause if it's not, I'ma make it what it should be. I ain't with the shoulda, couldas, get you locked up. By a real hood booger, I plucked out the PJs. But she super fly, look like I snatched off the runway. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Cause you already know the vibes. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Suicide is a suicide. Cause you already know the vibes. Drop the hashtag Blizzy. And we gonna get into this classic right here. At home, I want y'all to put your hands up. Get the emoji with your hands up. Cause we styling on them. Come on. Hands up, hands up, hands up now. Adidas kicks, cheetah prints, head wrap, snow that. Bring it back, this new is getting whack. Pants backwards, crisscross that. Ow, I'm styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them, hands up. I'm styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them. Out with the old and with the new. Spring cleaning snakes on my crew. Ain't no sitting on the elephant. I keep calm, I'm styling on them. They got loyalty tatted, but they ain't living up to loyalty status. They ain't built or designed for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm on a come up. Catch me in designer fits, custom made, who designing that? You should wonder. Shouts to a Shea Avion. We was hype when we seen that on VH1. Photo shoot fresh, video fly, cheetah print vest, hair tips dyed. I'm trying to score while they fouling on me. Guess it's me against the world, all eyes is on me. Adidas kicks, cheetah prints, head wrap, snow that. Bring it back, this new is getting whack. Pants backwards, crisscross that. Ow, I'm styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them, hands up. I'm styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them. It's Ty Blizzy on the scene. Watch me do my thing. And I just got clean, feeling like the hot boys when they made bling bling. I've been styling on them, ran it so long, blew a mileage on them. I'm just feeling the whole vibe. It's like a time that you go live. Smooth like you're this winter. Bought out furs, cause my mom's gotta see me do it. If I don't, I'ma feel like I blew it. What up, Cease? Smooth like you're this summer. Bought the brakes back, cause I'm feeling like I gotta set it off. But I'm 10 times Cleo when I let it off. Adidas kicks, straight backs, gold fronts, the vibe we bringing back. It's get fresh, but be you. We don't need frauds to fake, we see through. And we styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them, hands up. We styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them. Yo, we styling on them. You at home, you styling on them. Yo, we styling on them. Hit the comments if you styling on them. Yeah, we styling on them. You tuned in, you styling on them. Yeah, we styling on them. Hit the like button if you styling on them. Blizzy. And we gonna get a little bit serious real quick. You know how we gotta represent. You know I'm from Brooklyn. Shouts to Staten Island. I'ma bring Legacy up on this one. Now here's what I want y'all to do on this one. When I say I can't breathe with your arm on my neck, y'all say stop. And make sure y'all put it in the comments too, right, Suge? Alright, These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer, I can't breathe with your arm on my neck. Stop! These killer cops. These killer cops. These killer, these killer cops. These killer cops. These killer, I can't breathe with your arm on my neck. Stop! Protect and serve, no, we've been forced to learn. We don't share the same exact concerns. Rodney King laying in the street, or Sean Bell slain in the street, or Eric Garner, how many rest in peace? No, I ain't waiting for the number to increase. I am tired, I acknowledge I ain't playing with this beast. Saw the riot out crying, parade in the street, do the right thing, spike scene, Radio Raheem came to life and it's frightening. They so predictable, it's been happening for years, it's a ritual. These killer cops, these killer cops, these killer, these killer cops, these killer cops, these killer, I can't breathe with your arm on my neck. These killer cops, these killer cops, these killer, these killer cops, these killer cops, these killer, I can't breathe with your arm on my neck. Don't put me in the barrel and tell me I'm a crab if you gon' bust shots and hide behind a badge every 28 hours. We murked by cowards, C5-0, murk some niggas like watch your power. Ramsey phone to YouTube, worldwide we view who? Pantaleo murder Eric with his blue crew, so webcams for what? So y'all can cover, got Kareem gangs in my membrane. Sandra Bland, I'm remembering. Black power's my heritage, where they shoot a cop like I said it did. Blow the Ruger, mute the Cuba, that Black Panther lineage. These killer cops, these killer cops, these killer, these killer cops, these killer cops, these killer, I can't breathe with your arm on my neck. Stop! These killer cops, these killer cops, these killer, these killer cops, these killer cops, these killer, I can't breathe with your arm on my neck. Stop! Yeah, I already know, every July 17th, meet us on Bay Street. It don't matter what year it is, just pull up. Every July 17th, that's Bay Street. Rest in power. Thanks for rocking with Blizzy, man. All these songs you can stream on all the streaming platforms. All these songs have videos for them that you can check out everywhere. And we're gonna get into this last joint right here. This is a classic of mine that I reintroduced to the world through the streaming sites. So now, if you were original Queen Blizzy fan, you originally was a Ty Black fan. This is actually when I was Ty Black, but I brought it back. Let's get it. Alright, Thank you. That's for me, Blizzy Black. I wanna see if I get another one of those. We gon' take it from the top though. Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore. Let me hear y'all OD. Nah, make sure y'all making some noise at home too. Like the comments up. Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore. Let me hear y'all OD. Nah, let's try this again. We gotta overdo it. Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore. Let me hear y'all OD. Right. It's Blizzy Black, the soul of Kizzy's back. But we done flipped the script when history brought it back. Mama's gave slavery, others lack bravery. We've been outcasts like Suge Avery. The dumb think the smart ain't intelligent. Fuck the dumb is irrelevant. Look at them, caught in embezzlement. I'm a crook, but I earned my proceeds. If I took, it's cause a fucker owed me. A fucking OG, original God. I learned life. Life wasn't originally hard, we wasn't slaves. Niggas wasn't originally scarred, no. Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore, let me hear y'all OG. Let's do this again. Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore, let me hear y'all OD. Nah. We gotta turn it up. Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore, let me hear y'all OD. I'm your mouthpiece, I'm who you should listen to. I speak for us and I ain't speaking hypocritical. Before I speak, I always think it through. So if I lay it, no, it's just for you. The life and hard times of these black folks, it's like we going backwards, no backstrokes. Time to fast forward, I done found the cash force. And no reparation, I done sent a revelation. Hip-hop is our culture, surrounded by vultures. We can outsmart them, think outside the margarine. We want the butter, fuck the margarine. It's easy to fool a nigga when he's starving. It's easier to school a nigga when he fasting. 6-pound brain, eyes everlasting. Can we get a drum roll, please? Can we get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore, let me hear y'all OD. No. Overdo it. Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore, let me hear y'all OD. You should encore this. I think I need to get my lawnmower fixed. The grass tall, the snakes on deck, it's all love. Think I'ma put a snake on next. Let the world eat him alive. Only the righteous know the shit that it takes to survive. Can I get a drum roll, please? Can I get a drum roll, please? Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore, let me hear y'all OD. Can I get a drum roll, please? A drum roll, please. Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore, let me hear y'all OD. Nah. Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore, let me hear y'all OD. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, definitely. Thank you for having me. Queen Blizzy, I would say is the well-rounded finished product. I originally started off as Ty Black. The name just, I don't know, people just started calling me that. And around the way, Brooklyn, East New York, where I'm from, and at that time it was very raw, like a very freestyle battle, maybe gangster rap, mostly with some knowledge, maybe like a 5% type sound, where it's gangster with knowledge in it at the same time. I noticed that as I started to grow as an artist, my logo actually at the time was a phoenix. So it was like a phoenix bird rising to ashes and rebuilding. So I kind of grew into the artist of Queen Blizzy. I noticed like Ty Black was a common name. Like, a lot of people from Brooklyn or probably even other hoods have that name. So I wanted to go with something more unique and, put my crown on. So that's how I came to Queen Blizzy, because it was always Ty Black, Ty Blizzy Black. Like, so I just crowned up pretty much. The ingredients that makes up Queen Blizzy, and when you listen to my music, you'll hear like a wide range. Like, you'll hear maybe some street records, then you'll hear like some Get Fly, Have Fun records, then you'll hear your revolutionary records, or the one where it blends in between. So I actually, when I take a step back as maybe like an out of body, I actually think it's pretty dope. Like, I'm very proud of the outcome of my artistry. Like Islamic mathematics mixed in with street rap. Yeah, definitely very competitive. Came up doing a lot of freestyles, even in the project, go out to the shows, do freestyles, battles in the project or other parts of Brooklyn was really the beginning for me. Elements of hip hop, which I think is important for the culture, for it to be really authentic. And like I said, hip hop is a culture, and is one that was created out of necessity, because people of indigenous background, unfortunately, we were stripped of our culture, and not to say it in a bitter way, because I understand that you can't do anything negative to a god that it just backfires. So it's for the betterment. So I'm just saying that to say that because our culture was snatched, we created one. And I think that it's very important to hold on to those principles so that you can keep the culture going. Besides, it keeps us well-grounded, the principles that were put into play. I think more people should pay attention to that a little bit more and try to implement that into their households and our way of life, which I think for the most part we do naturally. We just put a little bit more intent on it. I think it'll be real dope. Originally from Brooklyn, artist, you can say I kind of grew up in an activist mold, but for me, when I actually started putting my boots on the ground and organizing was 2014, and this was from some incidents that took place in my neighborhood in East New York. One was not related to police brutality, and the other one was. Getting into this mode of things after directly reading Assata Shakur's book, which is how I learned to get out and start organizing, is in the midst of when Eric Garner was murdered. So I was like in full speed. That was my year of really just diving into activism prior to his murder. So when it happened, I immediately wrote the Killer Cop record like the next day. And I came out to Staten Island for a big protest. And then I started networking with people because it was like, I guess it was what I wore that people were like open to networking with me. I had like a custom made Nefertiti hat that I wore for the Who Taught You to Hate Yourself video. So I was like in queen mode, and then people were networking with me. I was networking with them. And that's how I started to come to Staten Island. A few months later, with the Killer Cops record, I started getting invites to perform it at like fundraiser events and things of that nature. So that was the first song that I started performing on Staten Island with. Once I put it out, the New York Times had mentioned it in a post with Alicia Keys and Uncle Murder. They had songs on the issue too, and they listed it in there. And so it was just like on an underground movement level, becoming well respected. And that's when I started to meet Jewel, and that's when I learned of Legacy, because originally the way it was portrayed, she wasn't included in that, so I didn't even know she exists, which a lot of people didn't. And I really felt for that because I can identify with that. My father was murdered like right before I turned 1, so like I identify with young girls and mothers going through something of that nature. So it can be very political with the movement, especially what you see on TV. So I felt that that was even more of an injustice for her, having to be on the back burner and having no voice or no presence, and the whole world saying like, I can't breathe. So that's when I started working with Jewel, and we started the Legacy Eric Gone and Left Behind. And I believe we started that maybe February of might have been even been January of 2015, and then we've been consistently doing things ever since. So that's how my connection to Staten Island came. Every July, we have a couple of things that we do annually. Well, on Staten Island in particular, yes, we do July 17th, but we also do the back to school give back on his birthday annually, and then we have other stuff in between it. But we also do stuff out in Pennsylvania too now. So, and prior to that, we were doing Brooklyn. We were doing programs in Jersey for a couple of years as well too. So we're definitely open to networking and move around the tri-state. We've been doing it since 2015. Well, you know, Drew has been out since the first day it happened, but as far as us building together, and we've seen a lot of people come and go. So, definitely, I would definitely shout out, Stylin Rise for even connecting us with, Plead the Fifth. It shouts to Plead the Fifth. They've been, on the ground as well. I would shout out, like you said, Spirit Child, Intel's doing music. Jazzy Robinson, she's been a consistent, great supporter, on Shirley. If you're from Staten Island, you know on Shirley. Even if you're not from Staten Island, you might know on Shirley. Because what we do is, especially on July 17th, is we form a coalition with grassroots organizers, and we're very glad that each year some people decide to come across the water. So I would like to shout them out too. Why Accountability, even if they're from the Bronx, every year they support, come out, and or yeah, I think also Peter List.You. He films, he documents the movement. Definitely have to shout him out because he's always been there to record and show support for Legacy every birthday. So yeah, hopefully I didn't miss anyone that definitely deserved it. But I would say those are my top people that I would salute in the movement right now.